So hey guys, editing Steph, I wanted to hop on here really quick. If you feel like you have seen this video before, then you probably are one of the 5 people who did. I posted it. I don't have my notes with me. It's got to be going on maybe 3 weeks now. 2.5 weeks, something like that. I did put it up and it was up for 10 minutes and it turns out I got a copyright strike for the music in it. I decided to challenge it. I did have to take it down right away. I say take it down. I had to make it private. Comment down below if you were one of those 5 people. As you're watching the video, does it stop or do you get to watch the video all the way through? I always wondered that. You know what I mean? Like if you're in the middle of watching it over here on my end, have to like put it on private right away. Do you get to continue to watch the video or no? Please comment down below if you know that. Anyway, I won. I kind of knew I was going to win, but I started editing the video just in case. I was like, no, I'm fighting this because I actually took the music from the YouTube free library. And guys, YouTube puts that there for creators to use so you don't get a copyright strike. So how are you going to give me copyright strike for something that you tell me to use so I don't? Now I can upload the video as is. This video is long enough. I just wanted to hop on here and let you know. So please enjoy and yeah, let's hop into it. So hey guys, thanks for tuning in. If this is your first time hanging out with me, hi, my name is Stephanie. And if you are returning, thank you very much. So as you can see by that thumbnail, oh my gosh, I am so excited to be making this video. If you want to see what I got, hear my thoughts and opinions about it, then please keep on watching. Hey guys, please remember to subscribe if you have not, rate the video thumbs up, and turn on your bell so you're notified each and every time I upload. Thanks. I just want to say a huge, great big thank you shout out to MadWitch Cosmetics for sending me a package. Without further blabbering, I'm going to hand you over to Past Stuff. I just wanted to tell you how this came to be. I was looking to see when is it available, when's the launch and all that, and then I had to go in the hospital. It must have launched during that time because I went back on the website and I saw it and I was getting ready to check out with it and the brand said, can we send you our newest release? And I was like, that would be great. This is from MadWitch Cosmetics. It's a fairly new brand. Right now they do have a couple things over on the website. This is like their second type launch, really what I want to say. So what they sent me, and I thought it was very cute. Y'all know that I have this 1970s type mirror. And if you don't know, not your basic Steph, this is her brand, okay? So what they sent me was a little mirror. It looks like a cat. Okay, there it is there. So we have this piece here. First of all, it's pink and that goes with the room perfectly. So here you have it. Oh, there you are. My messy background. In front of me, I should say. I actually have a mattress against this wall, so it won't be so echoey, because there's not a lot of stuff in here aside from like my products and my shelves and stuff. So you put it together like this, right? And it does flip. Now you can push it in, you can hear it snap, and it does have a base, and on the base it says MadWitch Cosmetics Celestial Collection. Okay, so there's the base. Just stick this on here and you push down and it snaps in. And it's big enough where I can see my whole face. When I buy something, guys, I have been better at just not picking up anything because it's a new launch. I do a little more investigating now, and it has to be something that I think either a lot of people are gonna like or my color story, that kind of thing. I can't just pick up every single release. If I was rich, that's exactly what I would do. Review everything, especially eyeshadow palettes. You already know that's my thing. Does that mean that's all I do? No. In case I haven't said it, if you're new, hi, my name is Steph. I do love indie brands, brands that are up and coming. I like mainstream market brands. Really, I like it all. We do subscription boxes on here sometimes. Everything really beauty related. So if you think that's something you get into or you want to hang out with a real life person like me, I try my best at things. You know, do I always get it right? I try, and I try hard. I don't know a lot about everything, but I do know a little about a lot. So yeah, if you want to hang out with somebody like that, please hit that subscribe button. Please give the video a thumbs up if you know, like eyeshadow palettes or you just like people trying their best. And remember to keep your bell on, okay, guys, because I'm batch filming. You're going to want to know. So here's the palette. Now, this is called the Star Palette. There is a whole thing why there is a picture of a cat. And guys, come on, there's a cat on it. Of course I'm going to like the cover, right? And that's a very pretty cat too. So this is in remembrance of Mr. Fluff, who is not your basic Steph's cat who passed away. So this is something to like celebrate him. As well as, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, this is a tarot card. It says here what the star signifies. Now, I do know that there's a bunch of different ways you can look at it depending on what your sign is, how it pertains to you, that kind of thing. It signifies a renewal of spirit, bringing forth calmness, serenity, and an optimistic outlook for the future. This card represents a strong connection to one's spirituality and the potential for emotional and physical healing. It is a symbol of radiant, positive energy, okay? And then on the bottom it says MadWitch Cosmetics. So this is where it explains it. Cruelty-free, of course, it's good for 12 months. It gives you the ingredients. Now, the cover, it comes in a sleeve, and it is the same as on the back. Now, let's not try to forget to put it back. I probably will. And it does come with a mirror. And guys, here's the color story. Now, when I was checking this palette out to see if it's something that I wanted to pick up, I actually watched Carrie Kay. She is from somewhere over in the UK. I very much enjoy watching her. She's kind of like, you know, trust the process kind of creator when it comes to eyeshadows. I love it, which is definitely what you have to do around here. Or we might take the scenic route, but we'll get there. So I don't get like influenced in any way. When I'm checking out a palette, especially if I'm going to bring it on the channel and tell you my thoughts, I always have the video turned down so that I can't hear what they're saying. I'll watch as far as the palette and then swatches. Swatches are not something that's going to tell me how they perform in the eyes, but they will give me an idea of like the shift, you know what I mean, the color, that kind of thing. I have not swatched this palette out at all at the time I'm filming. We'll go ahead and I will throw up those swatches. If you don't like purples, pinks, and blues, this may not be for you. I'm not a huge blue eyeshadow person, you know, perhaps as an addition. Don't know about an all blue eye look. That's not something that I normally do. There are some stunning, stunning shifts that I did see when she just held her finger up. I wasn't really paying attention to where she dipped in, but I just saw it and I was like, oh, okay. So you know me, I love anything that defies logic. All right, so your girl did her typical drop the palette. When don't I drop a palette? And I was just kind of freaking out. Not fit for YouTube at all, what I was just saying, the language and everything. I mean, it didn't go flying like my normal, but it did drop and hit the table hard. But I have to say, I'm very impressed because the only thing that happened was the shade Healing on the very bottom, right here. I don't want to let go. This one, it like plopped out. So I pushed it back in and just went right back in. So highly impressed. Just a little bit came up and I was able to like shear it out. So that is Healing. That's a very pretty inner corner shade, you know, very bright. And it even has like, yeah, see the green? Okay. That I want to call like a multi-chrome, at the very least a duochrome. Anyway, let me stop talking and put on my base. I'm back. I'm still practicing. It's a wonder I can even edit, honestly. I don't know what I was thinking. I put my base makeup on. I never do that. I always do my eyes first, especially if it's a palette that I've not used before. As I was putting my base on, like, I don't know if this is TMI, but I'll just tell you, I got a big wave of nausea come over me. Listen, I can handle a lot, you know, because I've had to, as far as pain and being sick and all that. But one thing I cannot handle, and I cry like a little baby, is nausea. Like with my stomach, oh no. Again, let me remind you what it is we are working with the star, okay? Even the packaging, it screams to me, you know? I just want to do something fairly simple, but at the same time, I want to put as many eyeshadows on my eyes as I possibly can. I'm going to do 2 different eyes. That's just going to allow me to test out more of the colors. I'm not liking this foundation, I can tell you right now. It is the one size turn up the base, giving me wrinkles that I didn't have before I put it on. So yeah, I'm not a fan. It's been a minute since I put an eye look on. Oh boy, probably not a good thing when I'm testing out a new palette. I'm gonna lay some of the Bella Pierre down. Oh my God, I really did go over my brows. I had foundation in my hair earlier. I was like, do I have another gray hair? I got close, it was foundation. I was like, wow, really? All right, so primer's down. This is something I rarely do because I don't normally use the mirror, but you do get a very nice mirror here, see it? I am going to, with you guys, peel off the cover. Okay, that was satisfying. I get what people are saying now. I kind of like the blue into a purple, some kind of shimmer all over the lid because I want the shimmer to have its own moment, okay? And then we'll figure out the bottom lash line. So that is the plan. The shade Luck, right here, this darker blue. I'm gonna use that as my transition very lightly, and then I'm gonna blend it out with the lighter blue right here, Serenity, okay? Let me make sure my eye primer is patted out. I just wanna map out what I'm doing. This is, I think, a Jeffree Star brush from a long time ago. This is a Morphe M506. I'm going in with that lighter blue. Okay. Now I'm going back into Luck, which is the darker blue. I just wanted to see if it was going to pair nicely with it. I just want a little tiny bit of this to peek through, like when my eyes are open like that, so you can just barely see that color. I'm just laying down the color where I want it, and then I'll worry about going in and blending it. I'm going to tuck a tiny bit in here. I don't normally put eyeshadow in my crease towards the inner corner. I usually kind of stop here because I'm always putting a shimmer over that and I get transfer, right? Because I put it eyes. But I want there to be a shadow here so that there's something underneath, although I don't think that these shimmers are going to be like super sheer. I don't know. I haven't swatched the palette yet. And being that this is a blue, you can put purple on top of it and it will make its own color. So you don't have to worry about that. I do like that there's a black in here. Now I just want to lay down a little bit of Optimistic Outlook. This one, purple and blue make blurple. You see how it's like turning a little bit of a darker color? That's exactly what I wanted to do because then I'm going to go into the deepest shade of purple for the depth on the outer corner. Some people will say, oh, when they're hard pressed, that's super pigmented. I've heard other people say when the shadows are loose, they're super pigmented. I don't go off any of that. I find out for myself. I've had both. I'm just going to flick this up just a tad. I'm going to go in with the same brush into this dark purple right here. It's called Generosity. And if I have to deepen it up with the black, I will. I'm going to use my Rephr 13. It gives me really good placement in my outer corner. Very good for hooded eyes. And I want this to be on a little bit of a slant. If there's going to be fallout, here's where it's going to come. Because I'm going to be really packing this on. I'm going to go back to this little brush. I just want to be, again, more precise with it on the outer corner here. I have my wipes ready in case, you know, I want to swatch something, which I know I'm probably going to do some live swatches. I can't help myself. I'm not going to be able to wait till tomorrow to add swatches to this video. I'm going to have to see it soon. But like I said, you would have already seen the swatches. I'm just going to go ahead and deepen it up a little bit and bring that shadow in just a smidge into my crease. Minimal effort. Wow. Okay. Yeah. And purple, as y'all know, or if you don't, I will tell you, is one of the hardest shades to make without being patchy. And I see no patchiness whatsoever. Really liking that color. We have to investigate further with different colors. I'm going to run that right into my actual socket. See how I'm pushing the brush in? So I know that's where I want it. I'm going to bring back that blue because I lost a little bit of it. Just want to blend out that edge. This is a Luxie brush. It's a very, I call it like a flimsy blending brush. I'm mixing the two blues to do like a little bit of blending on the edges, just to get those edges not so harsh over here. Wow, that's a very pretty purple. And oh my gosh, no fallout. And I'm not trying to be overly careful or anything. Very, very happy with that. I'm going to do it like this. And I'm sorry if the mirror's in the way. I just kind of need something stationary because, yeah, that is super, super pretty. Now let's go for the fun part. I'm going to get a little creative. This could mess it up, but we're going to see. This is where the swatches come in. See, I love blue shimmer eyeshadow, like on the lid. In the camera, it looks like it's almost like a teal or a turquoise, but to me, it looks like straight blue. That's why I want to swatch it. I just want to swatch it out and see. Oh my God. When I saw her put her hand up, I saw the expression on her face. Something was like super good, and it has to be this. It looks just like a blue, but oh my gosh. That is stunning. It's a blue. Okay, sorry. It is not like the sparkly type of shadow where there's like tons of glitter type sparkles, but it's very chrome-like. I'm going to swatch it. And it's super vibrant, okay? You can see it on my fingers, but it has that green in it. And if you look at it from the side, there's a purple shift in it. What? It's like a pinky purple, not a blurple purple. I'm going to get my purples mixed up. This might be a mistake, but I'm going to try it anyway. I want to take some of this black right here, pop a little tiny bit on the very outer corner, right here in the very outer corner. Just, I don't want to necessarily change the color. I just want to add just a teeny tiny bit more of depth, and I want to see how this purple plays with others. Okay, so you don't have to be afraid of black eyeshadow if you go very slowly at first. I can tell you right now, it absolutely did exactly what I wanted it to do. It didn't change the color of the purple, but it did darken it up. I'm just putting down a little bit of the NYX glitter primer right here. I've decided I'm going to go in with this shade first, right here. It's a beautiful, beautiful lavender, so we're going in with that all over the lid. I'm going to go with my finger. It's going to be easier. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I mean, look at how pretty that is. Picks up with a brush. It's super sparkly. And I do have just a teeniest tiny bit of fallout right there in the corner, but that's my fingers. And my fingers are big. So, and I'm going to pack it on. Oh, and I wiped off the primer over here because it was creasing and then it was all dry and it was like flaky. Wow. Okay. We're going to go into this one right here, and that is Joy. But I'm just going to spray it with my MAC Fix Plus. Wow, can I talk now? Okay, and I'm just going to pop that right here. Matter of fact, let me just use my finger. Oh God, look at that. Okay, that is stunning. You see that? Oh, it's so yummy. Oh my goodness. This is what happens. I start playing and I get a ton of fallout. That's my fault though. My fingers are so big. And I try to smush them in little tiny spaces. It doesn't work. I've changed my mind. I'm just going to add this on top. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Okay, so the mattes I've tried thus far, the black, the purple, the blues, all pigmented, but super easy to blend. I'm going to take my little Refer 03 and I'm going to pick up this shadow here, and that is Healing. That's the one that I had initially on my lid. I'm going to spray my Fix Plus on it. I'm just going to pop a little bit of that on the inner corner. Oh, it's not super blinding. I mean, it would be if I let it be. I'm not trying to get it to be blinding. I just want a little tiny pop of color right there in the inner corner. I always bring it up a little bit because I get that transfer there anyway because I have hooded eyes. I want to try one more shimmer. I know that's a lot of shimmers on my eyes. I want to take a little bit of this one just to have a little bit of dark shimmer on the outer corner. We're here to try this palette, right? So let's. So there you can see it's just a teeniest tiny bit of shimmer. I'm going to put it right here. Okay, yeah. Wow. Okay. And I'm just going to kind of run these two together. There's so much to mention. I don't know if the camera is catching it. That is stunning. It's been a minute since I've walked anybody through how I do my eyeshadow. So I'm going to take this dark purple and just put a little bit more on the outer corner, you know, just to blend that darker shimmer so that there's an even blend there. I'm not even really blending. I'm just tapping and it's like doing the work for me. It's crazy in such a good way. Your girl's not feeling too well. My stomach is very upset. I'm sorry. I was trying to make sure I did this video right away. I'm going to have to edit it, of course. I just wanted to add a little bit more like of a, it's still blue, but it's like a purpley blue, like a blurple. Yeah, let me just say, I love that word, but okay. We're going to do probably the greens on this side, okay? So, hey guys, that's right. The random comment picker has spoken. This is the June 2024 Ice Cream Beauty Box winner. This person has 48 hours to get a hold of me. And congratulations. And I figured, listen, I have to try and re-edit this video anyway. I would have explained that, I guess. And why not put it in here? You know, it had to be announced. So yes, please hang tight. We do have one more winner to announce for July. And now let's get back to the video. I may switch to a voiceover, guys, because honestly, and I apologize, I'm really not feeling well. Like my stomach is very, very bad right now. So I don't talk a lot. I'm not going to stop. I came this far. I can't stop the video now. I came here to do something and I'm going to do it. And I am very happy. I'll save my final thoughts to the end. I'm sure you're going to know what they are. I'm going to start off with this mid-tone green right here. And that is Positivity right there. And now this eye is going to be a little different. Normally I keep the depth the same. You know, if I'm doing 2 different eye looks, I try to keep the placement the same. That this one, like I said, is going to be a little bit of a different type of look. It's going to be a very easy look. I'm just going to run this across my crease. Windshield wiper motions. This is more like an olivey green, I want to say. Grungy green. It makes for a very nice transition color. Transitions don't always have to be tan, you know. I've come to find that out. I'm going to take this Sigma E25 and I'm going to go into that darker green right here on the bottom, and that is Strength. Yeah, I only put a teeny tiny bit of that primer. I do not like that Bella Pierre primer. Wow. I've used it before, so I don't know what's going on. I did go over my eyelids with foundation, so probably not the best idea. Not this foundation. It's very drying, and I have dry skin, so that's not a good thing. Okay. These 3 greens would work very nicely for like a halo eye, which is what I was going to do until I got that wave come over me again. I was like, no. Yes, it's fun to put as many eyeshadows on your eyes as you can, especially when you're testing out a palette. You don't always have to, you know. I'm going to go in with my Refer 13 right here on the outer corner as well and do a little bit of my blending. So I do want to lift this up just a little bit. It's going to run a little bit of that darker color in my crease. I'm not going to bring it all the way in. That chartreuse is really, I call it chartreuse. This light color green is really calling my name. I might pop that on the inner corner. We may have a matte inner corner. I don't know. I have to see how bright it is, if it's too dark or not. I'm not tapping off my brush, and I have no fallout. I'm just going to go into my color switch. I want to pick up a little bit of that first green we started with and bring some of that back when I was blending. I can tell you right now that these shadows are very pigmented, but they're very easily blendable. So, all right, I don't even have to wipe off my brush. I'm just going to go back into that dark green. Now, you can absolutely call it right here if you wanted. And I think I'm not going to add any black. I already know the black works well. This is going to end up being pretty much like a smoky eye. One second. But I want to keep this one a little bit lighter. Just a little bit. That green shimmer right there is calling my name. I'm going to lay down the NYX glitter primer. For this shadow, I'm going to need more of like a toothy flat brush. I'm going with the Refer 21. This has that putty-like feel to it, but I'm going to spray it, swipe it. I don't want this to be super intense. Let me try a more like poofy brush. I don't want it to be like super opaque. See what I'm saying? I want it to stay kind of light. There is definitely sparkle there. You can see it. So I'm trying to disperse the shimmer particles a little more like diffused. Maybe I'll just take a little bit on my finger like this and then just kind of pat over it. That's all. It'll all come together. Trust the process, right? Please. Oh, wait a minute. One little tiny flake. My fingers. I always ruin it with my fingers. And I was using a more fluffier brush, so that could have been it too. I'm going to leave this here because it's a very nice, like, wash of sparkle. Yeah, I do like it. 2 very different looks, but that's versatility in the palette, so that's awesome. I'm gonna go back in and do the lower lash line. I'm gonna take this green, the shade Strength, and I'm gonna take it on one of these little liner brushes. It's from the MOTD, Makeup of the Day, I believe it is. I'm just gonna run this very close to my lash line on the bottom, not all the way in either, just so I can marry the top and bottom, and then I will blend it out with the lighter shade really quick. I haven't decided what I'm going to do for the outer corner yet. I'm going to see how light that is. I may put something over it. Let me take the teeniest, tiniest little brush that I can find, which is this one. This is a little tiny pencil brush. It's super small. Actually, I'm going to mix this one and this one. Okay, and I'm going to use that to blend this out. It just lightens it up ever so slightly. I'm just going to bring it down kind of low. I don't want it to be too tight. I'm going to go in with a little bit of a more fluffier brush. A little tiny bit. I'm just going to run that under my lash line. I did add a little bit of concealer. My lashes are so tiny on the bottom. You can barely see them if I have like a lot of color under there. I'm going to use this one from my Sigma set. This is Makeup Shayla, I think. I could be wrong. And Sigma collab. And I'm going to go for this lash here. I'm going to go in with the dark purple. I'm just going to run that very close as well. I don't want to take it all the way in. Now, that black, you can definitely use it for liner. I'm not going to line my top lashes at all, just because I'm not feeling well. Normally I would, and I'm not putting lashes on either. So take a little bit of this blue and just run that right under here. Just to use that to like help blend it out. Tiniest bit. Okay. It changes the tone of the purple, as you can see. All right. It makes it a purple. Blue and purple. Inner corner on here, going with the chartreuse, and that's inspiration. I'm gonna pop that right here. I want to see this green. It has the prettiest purple shift to it. Oh, it's so pretty. I'm gonna wrap it around a little bit here. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go into my Inoculescent palette that I have right here. I'm just gonna use the green shade that is right here. It's got like a greeny shift to it. Just gonna pop that over the chartreuse just to lighten it up. I think that's gonna look very nice. You know, putting a matte down and then putting a shimmer over it just adds a little something. And I'm just gonna wrap it around, and then that will be the look. This one, I'm good because I already have that inner corner there. It's not too bright, just the right brightness. It gives it a little something extra, like when you turn your head out like that. I'm sorry guys, I don't normally get sick like this in the middle of a video. And I'm just picking up a little bit of that green shade, and I'm just spraying with my Fix Plus. I'm just going to run it over here. Oh, yeah, look at that. What? Okay, that is gorgeous. All right, I don't know if you can see that, but wow. Okay, beautiful. I'm going to go ahead and add some liner, throw a lip on, some mascara, and we will wrap up my thoughts with the MadWitch Cosmetics The Star palette. I have to be better at not giving it away throughout the video, but anyway, I'll be right back. Okay, guys, listen, I so apologize, and I don't know if you will even see this, but I need to go lay down really quick because your girl is super sick. It's coming in waves, and when it does, the room is starting to spin. I don't have any ginger ale. I feel like if I had some ginger ale, that would probably help me, but I don't have any. I'm going to pause the video here. If for some reason I can't come back right now to do the video, I absolutely will recreate this, and I will let you know that. All right, so it is not the same night. It is not the next day. It is the day after that. And guys, I just realized that I have the same look, but on opposite eyes. So you're not going crazy. I'm the one who's crazy. I laid down. I was out within a few minutes. It was not good. I never get sick like that. Like, I don't. I'm still nursing chicken soup. And thank goodness for my neighbor, because she saw me not take my mail in. Everybody says she's nosy, but she just watches. And I am here by myself, you know. Like, if anything were to happen, God forbid, nobody would know, you know. And she brought my mail in. And I said, listen, don't come in because I'm sick. I think I need ginger ale. And she said, I have a big bottle. I'll bring it over. And she did. So I drank the ginger ale like sipping. I slept for 8 hours. I never sleep for 8 hours. Never. Guys, my sleep cycle is every 2 hours. So I really think it was just like a 24-hour stomach bug or something. Anyway, not fun, and I apologize. I redid the look. Now, I have not yet swatched the palette out, of course, because, you know, being sick and all. I did add a little pop of blue underneath here because I had that same shade I had in the outer corner here on the bottom. I was like, you know what? Let's try another shimmer. So I ran a little bit of this Renewal of Spirit under my eyes. And it is like I want to say like a black base duochrome, multi-chrome. And that's what I have on my lower lash line. Let's get down to why we are here. First of all, the mirror worked. I used it the whole entire time. I use it again today. Here it is here. Okay. Yes, I can use my Jeffree Star mirror if I need to get close or what have you, but I do better with things stationary. So this is perfect, and it fits right on my desk, and it goes with my room. So hey guys, the random comment picker has spoken for the second winner in this giveaway. Now, this person has 48 hours to get a hold of me. This is the winner to the July 2024 Ice Cream Beauty Box. Congratulations. Now, we have August coming up, and then also September will be shipping soon. Again, congratulations. Thank you so much to everyone for participating. And now let's get back to the video. And then, of course, the piece of resistance, and that is the palette. Now, I have some thoughts. I forgot to mention in the beginning, of course, it's a 16-pan eyeshadow palette. It has 8 mattes and 8 special shadows, like shimmery type shadows. I have still not swatched the palette, but you guys have seen it. I have tried every single matte in this palette in these 2 looks. Now, if you look closely, you have the 2 black multi-chromes, duochromes, what have you. Then you have the same type of shimmers here. Then I want to go out on a limb and say that these 2 are the same or very similar. And then this one and this one, okay? Shimmers are amazing. They're amazing. I mean, as I was recreating these looks, I'm over here thinking about other looks I want to do with the palette, and that is what I love in a palette. It keeps me wanting to create. Oh, I want to try that look, or oh, I want to try those two colors. You know what I mean? It's the only thing, if I had to say anything about the palette, and it's not even really bad, it's just a personal choice, I would probably have taken one of the blues out and maybe put in perhaps a dark brown or a very dark indigo blue. The mattes performed well, very well. And listen, guys, I have so much makeup. It takes a lot to impress me, like I said, but I'm absolutely impressed. I want to continue to play with this. I mean, it's definitely my color story. Whatever formula they have in this, they need to stay with it. I'm happy to have it in my collection. You know, I said this in one of my videos, but I ended up cutting out. I'm never going to be the kind of influencer that sits here and says, oh, you need to buy this. That's not me. First of all, I'm not an influencer, but if you were to say that, what I like to do is give you all the information about something and then let you decide whether you need it. Now, if you don't have this color story and you're interested in testing out a new brand, I would absolutely say go for it. You know what I mean? Like I said, if they didn't send it to me, guys, I was going to buy it myself. Absolutely. You know, the owners can attest. I had it in my cart. I was asking questions about, I think it was the shipping or something. That's actually how we started talking. And they were like, hey, can we send it? And I was like, that would be great. Thank you. I didn't swatch this palette, not fully. Just a little bit that I did swatch. Very, very nice. And I'm excited to see what they do. I mean, come on, that blue right here, it darn near made me fall off my chair. I don't know what more I can say other than it's a beautiful, beautiful palette, and the formulas are really, really solid, like solid. And every time I stuck my fingers into the shimmers, it surprised me. And it's hard to do that anymore. You know, I'm not saying I'm any kind of pro, but I've seen a lot of shadows, and I'm to the point now where I can look at something and kind of tell, you know, but this, I was surprised, and pleasantly at that, you know, and I dropped the palette and the shadow just went right back in. A+ for that alone, you know. It's a good palette. It's excellent quality. Now, I do have a code. And guys, the code is not affiliated or anything. It's just so that you can save some money at checkout, okay? I think I put it up on the screen in the beginning of the video. I had a little bit chance to edit what I already did film. Everybody that I mentioned in this video, I will link down below. I will have the website down there. All the information will be down below, along with the code to save 10%. They have like some cute things on the website. If nothing else, go check them out, see what they have. And again, they're new. Right? You know, when you see a brand, you're like, wow, that's super pretty. Follow them. See what's coming. Maybe they're coming out with something that you want. You never know. Small business, woman owned. It ticks all the boxes for me anyway, you know. I'm excited to see what they do next. Very, very excited. Let me know down below. You saw the shadows in action. What are your opinions? What do you think? The left, the right, which one is your favorite? I had fun creating them. My eye looks do not turn out like Picasso, but I try, you know. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. If you have not yet already subscribed, please consider doing so. Please remember to give the video a thumbs up. That does truly help a lot more than just the algorithm. And guys, remember, in this crazy, crazy mixed-up world of ours, please, to all my loved ones all around the globe, stay safe. Till the next one, see ya.